could do this to their own people?
Vedma witches. The Volkov are bad enough, but they're just the foot soldiers. Dogs, kept on the leash of the Vedma witch brigades.
They do this to all their cities?
Vedma law says that any magic done within their borders belongs to them. And they mean that whoever wields the magic belongs to them, not just the magic. It's a law they seem to enjoy enforcing.
Who was that girl? What did the soldiers want with her?
Her name is Eva. She wasn't even doing anything.
Hold there.
We don't want any trouble. The boy and I were just leaving.
Your magic is apparent to us. State your pantheon and show us your papers. Failure to cooperate will result in a binding ritual.
Don't think we have any papers. And I've spent enough time bound to another's will.
Okay. This is the last one. Wait, the last of the campaigns? Is it actually? Oh, I get to play as the Vedma now. Percy and Sasha. Synapse Overclock. Alpha Strike. Hopeless Necromantic. That's hilarious. Demise is replaced by the bottom minion in your boneyard. I'd like to give her my boneyard. Yeah, that is actually a lot more funny than Graveyard. There's just not a lot you can do with Graveyard. Synapse Overclock. Gallows Boy. Warded. Can be damaged or destroyed outside of combat. I guess we're just chilling, yeah. Nothing like really crazy here. Is this sponsored? No, this isn't sponsored. I don't know if Mythgard has done any sponsored stream yet. I haven't heard of any. I'm just playing it because it looks cool. My friends have been begging me to play this game for like a month now. It's pretty sweet. So, nothing really crazy here. Synapse Everclock hacker spell. Jesus. Gallows Boy is all, you know, an obvious easy turn 3 play here. And we can just develop multicolor for that. It's kind of important. Since I don't know what my deck is, like in theory, maybe I draw like a double red thing that I want to play later. So that's fine. We can just put it right in front. Like main blocker. Main blocker seems important. You've done a small number, but plan on doing more after they rework the UI. Oh, okay. That's cool. Combat damage dealt increased by 1 while fighting another minion. So it's basically, it's good against like minion combat and not good at like hitting face. Does it count like the weird planeswalker thingies? Develop Hopeless Necromantic here? It's a 2-3 or 3-2. I'd rather have the 2-3 stat line, right? Awaken Divination is replaced by the bottom minion in your boneyard, which right now is Gallows Boy, so he'll come back. Yeah, that's pretty cute. This doesn't really matter. I'd rather just chunk this boy. And if we're playing like super defensive, now there's this interesting positioning. Like I could put it like maybe like here, so that I'm blocking this guy, but then I can move 1 to the right if I want to block this guy too. If we're thinking like he's a major aggressor. That being said, I mean, then the problem with that is he can move this 1 step to the left, and then I'm kind of screwed. If I do that, I'd rather just put it in main. I think it's better. It's not like I'm screwed. If he moves it 1 left, it would be annoying. But I guess like moving is stalling and stalling would favor me better anyway. Agile regen 1. You still need to confirm your email link. It's settings for Twitch overlay to work. The overlay was working for some people. Maybe you refresh page and that'll work. Because some people were saying it was working. So I've got my 3-2 Alpha Strike, Smargle Hatchling. Not great trade opportunity. It's probably just play Chloe Sunshine, right? The nice Yeti. I don't even want to discard it. More Yeti is good. What is this gun? +2, +0, and Alpha Strike. I'd rather just play big dudes right now. It's so nice just having like large dudes to play without being at like 5 health on round 4 here.
Deploy!
Jesus Christ, dude. This fucking card. It's kind of interesting. So we want to play a big boy Chloe Sunshine plus Curving Ignition, but we only have 1 red gem, so we'd have to be basically forced to mulligan our Muse if we wanted to do that. And my hand is getting a little low. I don't actually know if I do want to do that. Also, there's not like a ton of pressure for Ignition, so maybe I just develop Big Boy and Shell. We're also definitely on the defense with 10 less health, favorable trade being able to be gunned by moving to the right, plus like a Death Wish effect effectively. We should do this, in which case I think we're good doing this as well. And I kind of think we just chill here. I mean, if I don't need to... Like, in a normal game, it's like if I have a land, I play the land, you know? But this is another interesting thing about the land system, which is like, of course, discarding things. Which is like, if I don't need to, I kind of shouldn't, right? Like, I can stay at 4 mana. And I can chill here, because I don't need to... I don't need more mana, necessarily. I want to keep my, like, card advantage. But yeah, the 2/2 is a favorable trade since it's 3/2 if he lets me have that. We'll see if he does. I mean, he can send everything into my Chloe if he wants to. Oh yeah, this is agile, so we can just go face anyway. But either way, I got my hopeless necromantic trade here. Okay. 2 damage to anyone. That's fine.
There are always consequences.
So bottom of the boneyard means the first unit that dies. Bella, Witch Queen. Keeping our Ignite open. So this is pretty spooky. Jesus. Four. Yeah, we can't just stay at 4 mana. So this will bring back my Gallows Boy in this slot, which is cool. It's kind of interesting because, like, I should just attack this, but there are certain situations where I can move and stay as a blocker while setting up a future play. Just big 4/4 into this, right? I guess I'd have to read this ability, but I'm sure it's fine.
Do you seek wisdom?
Oh, this is agile. Well, agile isn't. It's not. Wait, why was it in the air there? Why could I have used it? Oh, this utility action cost can be used the turn it comes into play, and that would have been Divination 2 for free. So we lost out on a free Divination 2. Okay. We got our Ignite that we saved, and we can still curve it with one of these 3s. The only 3 we can curve it with is Smargle Hatchling, because that's the only one that's a green, and we only have 1 red gem. That seems fine. I'm sure this doesn't have any abilities that triggers when it dies. Yeah, we can just stick it in this guy now, right? We don't need to read anything anymore. Game was on easy mode after the last fight. What's this? Restland's Blight. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Is that with on death? Or did he just play that? Armor +1 is kind of like, it's a little nuts. Armor in theory is very valuable. So agile means stick it in. So we're 2 off of lethal. And he has more health than us, so we can just smite for lethal, right? Sweet. Let us try him. Guys, where the hell would I let us try? It doesn't do anything. You have agile. Oh, what do we get? Sovereign Architect. Oh, I got a lettuce tray. This is a fun game, guys. I'm looking forward to playing this for a while. I don't know how long I'll play this. Could be a few days. Could be a few months. Could be a few years. Yeah, who knows? But
The Sky Rangers! They'll be here soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
They
It's
will
a cool
hunt
game.
us. They will see your power as...
Way too many people are. We need the girl to find my mom. So are.
And that's like, is that it? Is that the end? So we have people of different factions. This is my party. I'm red. Doggo's blue. This guy's orange. And this guy's green. I don't even remember picking this guy up. And then there's just kind of no purple representation. Is that it? Is that just like... So future chapters don't exist yet? I really want to find her mom. Yeah, better than Runeterra? Question mark, question mark. I like both games, honestly. I view these games as pretty similar. I think people will, like... I know there's definitely going to be a lot of, like, edgy hipsters that will like this a lot more than Runeterra. And this might be better than Runeterra. But the philosophy of both games is kind of the same at the end of the day, even though they go slightly different directions with it, which is, like, it's just combining a lot of good elements of a lot of other card games. Like, if you like Hearthstone and Magic, you'll like both this and Runeterra. Like, Runeterra is way more simplistic. Yeah, Runeterra is more simplistic. It's true. Like, the card design of this is probably open to be more complex, I guess. And Runeterra doesn't have, like, the positioning aspects. Check collection. So how does collection work? We can actually get into this actual game now, right? Oh, you mean, like, see, like, that there's, like, 400 cards? The core set is really, really big. It's cool. The fuck? Got Shop-Worn Bull. Use your Mithril for more packs. Surely there must be a lot of things you can do with Mithril, right? Venom Penguin. Sea Haven. I'll look at like what a lot of these do in the future. And I guess I can buy more packs as well here. I've got even more level rewards. 250 of Essence, which I guess is Dust. 1 core pack. And level rewards is just like you get free rewards as you level up, and XP is like dailies or beating people or ranking up or whatever. Finishing seasons or whatever. Wait a second, what is this? Solve puzzle? Ooh. You know what? Here's one thing that not enough games have. I really like good puzzles. I remember when Duelist came out. And like I was really hyped because part of what Duelist had was like a puzzle system. And like they even had like daily puzzles, right? Why don't games do this? Like there's pretty few card games that actually do these. Let's for those of you guys who don't even know puzzles, let's show what this is. So usually in card games, puzzles is just like a one-turn kill. I did a lot of these in like the Yu-Gi-Oh games too. There's some hard puzzles here. Yeah, there's always gonna be hard puzzles. So puzzles in card games is just like a mode where there's like, and this is usually a way to get like a bit of gold, a bit of rewards to buy stuff. And if you want to be a nerd, you can like cheat and look up the solutions. But basically, it's just like a one-turn kill challenge. Usually, it's like kill him in one turn, which I would assume these are as well. So let's assume we have to kill him in one turn. So we have to do 11. Defender Alpha Strike. So we can send our Minotaur in for that. Sea Having Occupying Minion has Agile. And this is the starter puzzle, so I assume it's easy. Minion into Vampire with Agile Life Tap and gets +1/+1. End of combat. Agile. So we have Perfect Lethal on our board. Agile means it can attack without blocking restrictions. So does Agile mean I can attack even if there's a unit directly in front of me? Because if so, it's really easy. It's just attack. It's like move this and attack and give these two Agile and attack. Am I missing something? During your opponent's turn, it also has armor 2. Because Agile means I can just do this. I can move this guy because he has Swift and attack, and then I can give this one Agile and also just attack. So yeah, this is like literally the first puzzle of the game. It's very, very simple. And then you play puzzles and you get some rewards. You get some harder ones. Puzzles are just cool. I don't know why more card games don't do these. Like, they're neat. I really like them. Shadow Trapeze. I need to kill this lavish proxy. Yeah, whatever. Lavish proxy, preventing damage or loss of life. Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay, so he's at 2 health. Need to kill this 4/5. Demise your opponent gains 2 life. Pretty irrelevant. We can give Agile to a thing. 4/4. This seems irrelevant. Attack on the same turn. When occupying an enchantment, it's 2/2. Oh, so it's just this, right? Okay. And yeah, again, these are the really easy puzzles. When you get to like the hard puzzles in anything with like a decent puzzle mode, the hard ones are like hard, right? Agility is like evasion. Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. That didn't like that connection wasn't made in my head like super immediately somehow. I don't know how. They're really hard at the end. Yeah, sounds right. We got Ice Spike. So at 5 health, I said his armor. We can do this. So these guys have armor 1, armor 1. We have Ice Spike, and we have a power 2. Heal all your minions for 1 life and gain 1 life. Is that useful? These guys don't do anything. These are 1 turn, right? You have to do these in 1 turn. Am I missing something? 1 turn. So armor 1 reduces damage taken by 1. I can give it a stun. And all I have is once per turn heal all your minions for 1 and gain 1 life. Oh, I have a path. Minions are fragile. Am I missing something? Do I have to like use a path? Because if I have to kill him in 1 turn... Oh, wait, there's a hidden thing here. Orpheum of Horrors. Deal 1 damage to all minions and players. So I have to kill this one. Okay. So I kill this one and everything stays alive. And then I just have my lethal in front of me, right? Am I missing something? We're good. Okay. Cool. Don't tell him, chat. I'm not like reading the chat doing any of this. So it's fine. Next puzzle. Okay. Is it getting a little harder? A little bit. Fire Eater. A lurker deal 1 damage. So like look at this. There's so many possibilities here. We need to do 11. Holy shit. So his units are probably irrelevant. Yeah, no effects on that would matter. Give any minions in the 3 adjacent lanes fragile 3. So if we need to punch through these, yeah. And sometimes in these puzzles too, there's often a lot of red herrings. And that's like when the puzzles are well designed, it's like stuff that makes you think you need to win in a certain way, but certain cards you don't end up using. When the puzzles are good. And that's really important. 2 damage to the opponent and all enemy minions. So if I give them fragile 3, then this will deal 5 damage to everything. And this guy is just a 9/9. Fire Eaters deal 1 damage to anyone. So this is just a simple blast. So fragile 3, deal 5 to everything with Thunderclap. Fire Eat can be used the turn it comes into play. I mean, we can kill 2 of them here, and then kill the 3rd one with Ignition. And he'll be dead to Thunderclap plus this punch, right? That seems really easy. So we Thunderclap. We have this power too. Is the power like different anytime? And then like any of these, doesn't matter what targets what, right? Because they're all fragile 3. So this one's just like, you know, 1 big punch through. Just looking to make sure they don't have any like keywords that would change anything. Cool. He's gonna get stuck on some of these for a long time. Yeah. That's the thing about puzzle games. It's like sometimes they're really easy. They're usually like really long or really short. Well, like when you're stuck, you're stuck. I actually kind of hate puzzle games, by the way. Something about them I don't really like in general. Like I like them every once in a while. I played a bit of like Baba Is You. I didn't like finish the game. And it was like I was at the point where I could play like 1 or 2 levels at a time, but then I would just like I would actually just want to die and I'd have to take a long ass break. So if we kill the enchantment, it loses that. Which is vanilla units. So Alpha Strike means we're good, and give them a standard action after. Oh, so wait, this isn't even a puzzle. This is like a tutorial. It's just showing me how these work, right? Because it's just like you do that, you do this, you do that, you do this, right? That one's not. That doesn't even count as a puzzle. Come on, game. Yeah, try to make this a little bit harder, okay? Come on. What is this? Puzzle equals cast your hand. Yeah, that's why red herrings are so important towards good puzzles. That striking viper has alpha strike and deadly. And deadly means, yeah, it's like poisonous or whatever. Give a minion +2/+2. Eventually, I hope there's something that does use the power or the path. Because when you play a lot of these puzzles, you start forgetting that you have these options. That would be cool. Give all friendly minions -2 armor and warded. Cannot be damaged or destroyed outside of combat. So he's got 6. And a +2/+2. Friendly minions. Alpha strike and deadly. I don't understand. Can't I just give them warded? Kill one of them. Give the other one +2/+2 and then win? Am I missing something? Because this is... I can't even use this. I don't understand. This isn't even a red herring. This is a card I literally can't even use. I don't have enough gems to be able to play and use this, right? Wait, why is this in my hand? I'm really confused. Am I missing something? If you burn circle, you can use it. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So it is kind of a red herring because you can burn and use it. That's true. Okay. Hysterical strength. I need to figure out a way to win by the end of my turn. Okay. Here we go. 5 health. Cataclysm. 6 mana. Deal 5 to all minions and players, which is funny, but of course I'll die if I use that. So there's a few routes. Life tap. After killing a minion, life tap, the controlling player gains life equal to controlling damage dealt. Combat damage dealt. And that wouldn't work on armor. So if I attack this, I'm going to heal for 3, which means I still died on my own Cataclysm. I need to heal for more. Give a minion +2/+2. And that uses red, and then this giant stairway. Occupying minion has 3/3. So am I misunderstanding something, or is it as simple as burning stairway, buffing this, attacking this, and using Cataclysm? I'm not missing anything. Okay. Keep him coming. Dude, puzzles are so fun. It's like these ones are easy, obviously. Like these aren't the hard ones yet. But I do like these. I think they're very fun. Even when they're easy, they're satisfying. Maybe solve the purpose. Purple, it means it's on life support and may die if buffs removed. Come on, what are these hints? You can't even turn off hints. What's the point of puzzle games if there's gonna be hints? Turn in enchantments. So what are enchantments? Are those what the hell is an enchantment? Is that... Oh yeah, those are the field things. Enchantment. 3/3, so I can kill whatever I want. Droid Song. So what card does it draw me? It's always kind of annoying in these because some of them like, so usually they oh, I have no deck. Oh, so it's just gonna, oh, so, okay, that's cool. Because in a lot of these puzzles, sometimes you have to play them twice because there's a card at the top of your deck that you don't know until you use this. But I guess it just draws me nothing. So we have Rush plus 2/2, which means 4. So I can deal 4 damage. Adjacent minions have 1/1. So it looks like the 4 goes here. So why do I even have the buff if he's only at 2 health? Because it looks like the enchantment we want to return. Oops, wait a second. Did I just misclick that? Oh, I just targeted my own tile. I didn't even know you could target your own tiles with that. Okay, I have to retry. Okay. Because I just dragged it to like, it didn't even have like a glowy thing. I was trying to like cancel the action, but I guess it just thought I was using it on my own tile. When another minion is created, gain 1 life. Turn an enchantment to its owner's hand. +2/+2. We're supposed to use this on one of the opponent's units? What the hell? Damage to temporary health is not carried over after the buff expires. That's so strange. This one might be like some kind of mechanical thing that I don't understand, like order of operations, just based on buffing an opponent's unit and then returning something. I don't know. Because I can return this and kill that. And I need to kill 2 things. This thing doesn't die from this being returned. If I return this Strand Stairway, this one dies and then this one loses 1/1, but it doesn't die. When another minion is created, gain 1 life. If Black Candido is in play, and Black Candido isn't in play. This one's interesting. I could be missing something here. Once per turn, give a friendly minion a free move action. That's not really useful. And then there's this. I kind of assume the path isn't going to do anything. You may replace enchantments with other enchantments when you do gain. The replaced mana cost is temporary mana. But I don't have any enchantments, right? Is this it? This one's actually making us think. Oh wait. Oh, it's just this one. So what the hell is strength here for? It's just trolling me? Oh, that's what that's for. I'm trying to BM this fucking puzzle bot. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, guys. That's why you don't BM fucking puzzles. It's not worth it. So we take 1 damage from the depletion. Is that where he gained the life from? Or, no, that's just the Candido when another minion is created, yeah. Okay. This one wasn't that hard. I was like, I overthought that one a little bit. I thought that was a little trickier than it was. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. Let's go. Okay. A win by the end of the turn. Lore Broker. So we have Agile. Need to do 16. This guy's immobile. We have a lot of options and a lot of mana. We have Smite to deal 2 damage to him. At 6 mana. So Smite dealing 2 damage is interesting. Because we do have to keep in mind we need to use it early on in the combo if we wanted to do the full 2 instead of the 1. So we've got Rush, +2/+2, give all your minions 1/0, and Agile until end of next turn. Agile and Breach deal extra damage to your opponent equal to unspent mana. A huge possibilities here, I love it. So how do you attack them? How do you even command this to attack directly when all 3 slots are filled? Because like when you have Agile... You can't, right? If you have Agile and it's triple blocked, you can't go face. That's cool. Extra damage dealt equal to your unspent mana. So I have to kill one of these. If I want to use Hacker's Intuition, I'll have 5 mana left. So this will deal 14 damage. And this one will be lethal. But Hysterical Strength gives me 1 free damage. And of course we need to kill one of these. But we can't. We can kill this one with this Strigoi Pureblood. Interesting. And then we need to push 16 face with 1 attack on this 9. Can we do that? Hacker's Intuition boosts us to 14. Hysterical Strength boosts us to 15. And Smite doesn't do anything because it's 2 for 2, which is already given to us by Hacker's Intuition. Hacker's Intuition is a red herring equal to your unspent mana. This will turn 5 damage into 5 mana, which is 14. Strength is going to be 1 on top of that, making 15. Unless something about my logic is wrong. So strength is +2/+2. That'll be 11/11. Then I've got Hacker's Intuition, which costs 2. I've used 3 mana for my max total of 7. And it's only going to give me 4 at that point, which puts me at 15. And I can only kill this mana free if I hit it with this, which means we're 1 damage off. So yeah, Hacker's Intuition might be a red herring. I don't see a way to win with it. And I need him to have Agile. And this has Rush. Okay, let's try a different one. If I use Daring Trapezist's Alacrity and Hysterical Strength. Very fascinating. I actually can't use all 3 of these, even though I have a total of 7 mana off of a burn. It's 4 red gems, and these are my only red things. So I can't use all 3 of those either. And Hacker's Intuition, unless I'm using it in exactly that way, just seems bad. I don't think any of these units have effects that matter. They shouldn't, no. Gets Agile and Rush. It's so expensive. Was that it? Daring Trapezists? Because that generates 1 free point of damage. That's what we were missing. If I just put it here. So it's Trapezists with strength. Burning this for Hacker's Intuition here. It's not that. It's not that at all. Wow. Okay. Interesting. This is good. This is good. Yeah, so Alpha Strike makes that not work. Unless I can survive 4. Yeah, so I can't even really kill this. So maybe Mr. Snuggles is just Maybe Mr. Snuggles is a red herring. It would be really hard for Snuggles to be a red herring. I can kill something else. There's so many options in this one. This one's harder. All your minions 1/0 and agile until the end of next turn. So I can play like Sky Ranger into Alacrity. That's so expensive. I only have 7 mana, and I can't give it Rush if I do that. And if I give this +2/+2, I can't even kill this. Yeah, Hacker's Intuition just has to be bad. Like Alacrity, but Alacrity's so expensive. It feels so important to give Mr. Snuggles Agile. I mean, I like, how do I reach this without 9? Okay, let's try ignoring him. So we've got 3 face damage right now, 2 off of Smite, if I want. Call it 5, call it 7, call it 9. And at this point, we're down 5 mana out of our potential 7. And that's just not even close. Like, nothing is even close without Mr. Snuggles. It's 2/2. And we have to give it Agile, which means it has to be either Alacrity or Hacker's Intuition. The problem is Alacrity doesn't even do that much. I mean, it's just +1/+0, and this is the only unit that even needs Agile. So maybe Hacker's Intuition is good. I mean, so like if I put Trapezist here, give it the strength, I can kill this? But that just kind of becomes not worth it then. Right? If I've spent 3 mana... I've spent 3 mana dealing 0 damage. There's no efficient way to kill this 4/2 with Alpha Strike. We're not even close at that point. So Trapezist plus strength to kill that. Like, let's say I do that. Then I still need to give this Agile just for 12, and then I'm 4 off even after all that. And I can give it Agile with Hacker's Intuition. So if we do that, we're down 3 mana here. I wish Alacrity was enough. It's not. It's not really like a way to sneakily move this. So if I put Trapezist here, give it strength. I'm gonna try I'm just gonna try a few different things here, just because it's better for you guys. It allows you to kind of see what I'm thinking about. So we'll just start like doing retries aggressively. So like if I put Trapezist here, give it strength. Oh, it has Defender too. Wow, I should read both of these keywords. Dude, this fucking thing. I can't get through that. Turn of seasons. Rotate through 4 seasons at the start of your turn. So which season am I on? Does it say? Am I not on a season? Is it just not counted? Agile and Breach. I mean, Hacker's Intuition just allows us to turn all of our extra mana. I mean, I don't need to give anything agility. There's literally no way to ass pull enough damage without Mr. Snuggles. We need to enable this. There's no possible way we don't. But this has Defender too. Enemies must block a Defender before blocking other minions. Does that... Which wins? Defender or Agile? Ignoring attacking and blocking resistant. So I assume if it has Agile, and if something else has Defender. So like, let's try what I was doing before. Let's actually see how that works. So you give it +2/+2. We attack this. We take some kind of burn. Shouldn't matter which burn, right? Then we take this agile and breach. And it gets a little bit of extra damage for the mana as well. So we do that and it goes to 2. And then we use smite. Oh, so we use smite after the Hacker's Intuition? Equal to your opponent's unspent mana. Oh. I missed a word there. Extra damage equal to your opponent's unspent mana? Oh, so this is easy. Okay. So it's just that with smiting. I thought this was your unspent mana. This entire time. Wow. There's a reading comprehension punish there, if I've ever seen one. So I mean, you just like smite nice and early, right? And Agile does overwrite Defender, which is pretty expected. Okay. So yeah, that one took a bit. We could have gotten that a bit earlier for sure, but they're definitely getting a bit harder. There's a lot of options there. We had like the Red Herring and Alacrity, which I kind of like immediately knew I didn't really want to use, but it still took us a while to actually see it. Okay. All right. Blackened Jotun. Can't wait for the wall. Is that like a hard one? Berserker Sickness. Give it Frenzy and Sacrifice at the end of a turn. 14 to 8. Okay, what are we doing here? Focused 4. Value for enchantment. 14 damage, and we have a different power. Impel. Give a friendly minion a free move action. And it's only movement, right? So you need to give it the move before it does. I suspect Impel is going to be part of this win. So Overrun is interesting, and this has the Demise. Random unit. Looks like his abilities don't matter too much. We just have like adjacent units have Rush, and this bike lane plus the Rush feels like we have to use it. Gets Overrun for free. Frenzy can attack twice per turn. So that's crazy. So maybe Tailworm just plus Berserker Sickness on the left side's nuts. +2/+2 while occupying an enchantment. This has Overrun for free, but on the left side, this is just like more mana efficient, right? So Tailworm plus Sickness. I'm just gonna try some stuff. Like I said, it's just like, it's better for me to just visualize what I'm thinking about. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm just like seeing, instead of doing this in my head, it's like, it's better to show what I'm thinking out loud. Just by like doing. And then there's a way to use Impel here as well. Wonder how value that is. So we get 2 attacks free here. Okay, seems to have died. Combat damage increases by 4 while fighting a minion through the opposite lane. Very interesting. So now I want to test something that has an interesting mechanical implication, which is if I put it here. So adjacent minions have Rush. If I impel this to the side, does it still keep the Rush? So it looks like it loses it, which makes sense. But because of how Rush works as a mechanic, it didn't necessarily have to work that way. So this bike lane might just be too spooky. Like the bike lane really compels me. I need some kind of Rush though. I mean, it does need to be adjacent minions have Rush. An interesting thing is if we impel Frecky Sidecar over here. That actually seems a likely solution. We still... Let's just try that. It's the kind of thing that would make a lot of sense. This is like the red herring and you have to learn that you have to use your impel this way. Would make sense for them to design it like that. This gives us only enough mana to use this. off of 1 discard into Berserker Sickness. The first one would have to go into this, though, which means we don't have enough, right? Not even close. So, we could use both, which I think is pretty interesting. Use the left lane somehow for the first half, and then double move her here, and then use this. We kind of will never have enough mana to do that, though. So maybe that just can't work. This is interesting. Sacrifice at end of turn. There's Frenzy is just attack twice. This has to be part of the combo. There's just no way. I can only play either Jotun or Tailroot Worm. Worm is just like more efficient. So Overrun is pretty nice. +1/+1, and this one's Overrun for free. I was thinking Worm makes more sense if we're in this lane. We can play Jotun here instead. There's no way to curve Jotun with Impel. So Impel could be wrong. Swift and Piercing. And he's in the opposing 3 lanes are immobile. So we can kill this. So wait a second. If we Impel this, can it move 2 tiles at once? Because if so, that changes everything, right? Yeah, it can't move 2 tiles at once. Because if we kill this... Oh, I'm dumb. We already had it. Oh, okay. Yeah. We literally had it before. Alright. We're good, guys. We got there. Calm down. We made it. We're alright. I literally, like, listen, I almost got there. I almost got there really fast, too. We knew this was a red herring. Fuck, guys, come on. You can't blame me for that one, alright? We were so close. We were so close. Did I misclick? Okay. That's fine. Whatever. It's fine. We got it. Next puzzle. All red, 22 health. Fuck you. Yeah. Deal 1 damage to minions in the opposing 3 lanes. These ones are getting hard though, for sure. A bit hard. Not like hard, but a bit hard. Once per turn, give a minion +1/+0 until end of turn. So it's just 2 mana for 1. That's probably not going to see play, but we'll see. Ignition, just to deal 2 damage. Very important to kill this. The ignition is almost necessary to kill this, actually. Stairway to Hades. We're an occupying non-demon, so we have 8 mana to spend. This is committing 2. Create 3 Hellions. They have Ephemeral. They don't seem to have Rush. Other friendly minions that are created with 4 or less strength get Rush. So this is a 7 for 9. 7 for 9 is adorable, but I'm pretty sure this is a red herring. It seems 2 mana inefficient. This is all my mana. Add an ignition spell to your hands, and this gets the Rush anyway. Non-demon minion dies or sent to play as now a demon and gets frenzy permanently. Whoa! But that, I would assume that actually doesn't work with Ephemeral, because it just gets removed from the game instead of dying. Occupying non-demon minion dies. It is now a demon and gets friendly permanently. Deal 1 damage to minion in the opposing 3 lanes when it dies. Deal 3 damage to minions in the opposing 3 lanes. So this is a big red herring. You just want to kill this with the ignite. It's much cheaper. So this is Rush. Attacks hit all opposing 3 lanes. Oh, maybe Ignite's not used after all if this hits all opposing 3 lanes. Dude, this unit's fucking busted. What the hell? So this hits his face, plus clearing those out. And then his ability kills my thing. So it would make sense to make my thing a demon. Because this thing has to stay alive, of course. So Stairway to Hades is a good way of just dealing a little bit of extra damage for 5 mana, though. 5 mana might actually not be able to be worth it for 4 damage. Give an adjacent minion a free move action and teleport until end of turn. There we go. Interesting. A free move action and teleport until end of turn. That's what we're talking about. So we have 8 total mana. I assume we're going to have to use all of it. I'm going to rule out 7 Ring Ritual. If we're using all of 8 total mana, it means we're using Prodigy, Carny Lug, and Stairway to Hades. I don't know if... Like, the thing is, none of my hand is very mana efficient. Maybe we are using 7 Ring Ritual. It's actually not impossible. Non-demon minion dies, return it, and just gets the demon out of the frenzy. If I just move this... Free move action and teleport until the free end of turn. So the question is, can we use Stairway to Hades twice? That's the big question, because then it would become efficient. So we can use Stairway to Hades so that it returns to play. We give this a teleport and then spawn something else on top of it, right? That seems like the line. So we give this Stairway to Hades. Let's now resurrect it. It now has Frenzy, but it lost the ability to attack. Because it itself doesn't have Rush. Because now if we teleport it out... There's a way to use... There's a way to use this twice. I think that's the puzzle. I think that... It feels like Stairway to Hades has to be used twice here. Because you can also use the ignition to kill your own unit the second time and give it Frenzy. That's... I think it's got to be that. So it's just when something... But it needs to be something that has low enough attack. The Dashing Ringmaster has to survive. And there's 2 ways to reuse Stairway to Hades, which are kill it yourself with ignition, or move the unit out of it to free up the extra slot so you can put something else in there when it's already the demon. So, like, it's almost 100% that we have to use Stairway to Hades twice. Almost 100%. 3 damage from minions in the opposing 3 lanes. And we need to keep the Ringmaster alive without doing anything crazy. Maybe we just move it left. Because it can't be the Stairway to Hades target, right? Because I lose a rush. And 1 damage to minions in the opposing 3 lanes. In each of your unoccupied lanes. Or maybe this is actually too efficient. It seems too easy. It's possible I'm overthinking this, but I mean, it does seem too easy. Let's just like, so I'm just gonna see what happens if I do this. So it's like, what is it? We have the one mana to flow, which is like the free minion movement. Can't use Stairway plus 7 Ring Ritual. And this is kind of useless too. So I guess it would look something... We can just open with this. I'm just gonna see what happens. So we could have gotten 1 more damage in here. And then this is 15, right? 4 off and we could have only got 1 more. So yeah, I mean, this... It does feel like this has to be a red herring, right? Like, it's too obvious. It's too simple. I don't have enough mana to use it with Stairway to Hades. I literally can only use it with Carny Lug. A free move action and teleport until the end of turn. That's so interesting. There's so many possibilities I can do with that. It's so crazy, actually. And then there's Magnetar, which I haven't even really looked at. But I mean, my Cerberus should make it kind of useless, right? It feels like it does have to be doubling down on Stairway to Hades. Return it to play. Gains friendly permanently. Non-demon. Either of these are demons, I guess. Carney spell? Fucking Carnies. Jesus. Firesong Prodigy. Add an ignition spell to your hands. I mean, it feels kind of valuable, but Cerberus might make it useless. And you do kind of want to like kill your own units when it's good too. The Ringmaster is a super important part of this. I mean, like, I'm not missing the path, right? No. This is like almost useless. And it feels like you're just using Cerberus to kill those is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's even doing damage to face, so how could you not use Cerberus to kill those? That could be a bait, but it feels so hard. It's so efficient to use Cerberus to kill those. It's just so efficient. I can't let this die unless I'm Stairway to Hades using it, which just doesn't really make sense, right? Add an ignition spell to your hand. Can it be useful for killing my own units? If we could kill our own Cerberus somehow. I don't know. Maybe I should rule out 7-ring ritual before I do other things. Because this screams red herring to me, but maybe I'm overthinking it. There's no way I'm overthinking it. There's no way I can get Cerberus to die. And I can't get enough damage unless Cerberus dies. I literally have like 1 mana. There's no possible way this could be lethal. And then there's the Fire Dart Frog, which I think has to be essential. It does feel like it. It feels like using this to kill your own minions in a timely way might be necessary. But that would have to be Stairway to Hades. That's the only reason I would want my units to die, to give them extra attacks. And I can't do that with Dashing Ringmaster, because it can't attack until this dies. In fact, nothing can attack until this dies. Nothing that this would kill. 22. Jesus. 3 minions. Gains frenzy permanently. Adjacent minion. I mean, so if 7-ring ritual doesn't work, which I think it can't, how am I gonna get even close to that much damage? Because you need to like maximize so hard. And there's no way to cheat mana here. Give an adjacent minion a free move action and teleport until the end of turn. I guess that's one thing I should try. If Cerberus actually does 9 damage to face, that's something I should have tried like immediately. But if each of the heads, oh shit, oh that's a game changer. So if I just kill these other things, then Cerberus literally. All 3 heads hit face. Man, that's pretty crazy. Okay. That's the kind of thing I should have found out early. I don't even think that it might do that much damage. That's just so crazy. Okay, so if I kill these before Cerberus attacks, I can just snap off 9 damage. So Magnetar is actually fairly good in that case, maybe. Now, And then there's Carney Lug. So Carney and Magmatar Fire Song Prodigy would be 8. In which case, we never want to use this reliably. So let's open Carney. Oh, but the ignition doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah, this works. So Carney into this buff. Into moving this to keep it alive. A free move action? Did I... Oh, I must have misclicked. Because it can't attack anymore. I guess I didn't select it properly. Adjacent minion. Okay. So... But then if it has to be adjacent to that... Oh, that's weird. Because I want to put the magma down where that is. So it actually has to be on the left side. And it's a teleport, so it's fine. Let's just try this. I'm not even sure on the math on this. So let's give this the free movement at teleport. Teleport it way over here. To keep it alive from the Magmatar. The Magmatar pops.
Take you.
And we've got Cerberus doing a shit ton now. But now Stairway to Hades plus Frenzy makes a lot of sense. How can we get our own Cerberus to die though? He's at fucking 9 health. Because if Cerberus can die to Stairway to Hades, then it is kind of nuts. So how short are we here? 5 short. Okay, so Cerberus plus Stairway to Hades is a crazy like 18 damage wombo. That's the only way to get Frenzy on this board. How the hell do we kill our own 9 health unit? I mean, it takes 7 to this. And then that's what Ignition's for. Okay, so new plan. Return it to play. So, Stairway plus Fire Song plus Ignition is the full mana curve. That's our 8 mana. I mean, I can try that. It's not going to be enough. There's literally no way that's enough. And also then I kind of have no way to protect my Ringmaster, so I just have to move my Ringmaster. That's not even close. 8 off. Very easy. What an easy game. Yeah, that was one we could have seen a lot earlier, I think. I should have tested that Cerberus thing right away. If I realized he dealt 9 damage immediately. Cause like I think it's pretty easy to see what the red herrings are. Like if I realize Cerberus does like 9 damage to face immediately, and then I see that like the Hound summon is a red herring, which it obviously is, then it's like we can figure out that solution in like a minute, probably. Okay, wall time. The wall. Wait, is this the hard one? Is this Oh god. Is this it? Took me 2 hours? This one took 2 hours? Holy shit. This is the hard one, huh? This is the one you guys are all talking about? Oh my fucking god. Jesus. Time to stir happen. Alright, boys. This is it. The ultimate challenge. Okay. 9 mana. 3 colors. Potential for... Oh, can you... It says 9. The lower number is 9. Is 9 maximum? Can I not even go to 10? Oh, no. I can go to 10. What's the lower number? Is that like your maximum? Okay. So we have... Let's check out what options we have. We have... Mistwalker Gate. Has a teleport and gains a free move action. Okay. So these three are all defender, life tap, and mobile. And each one of them is in a spot that blocks. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. Forlorn Spirit. Awaken. Deal 1 to each enemy player. Very interesting. So there's so many different options to go through here. Add a 2/1 Forlorn Spirit. So these cost 2 mana each. And he has 4 health. So if I put 8 mana, he will die. I don't have access to that much mana. This has high potential of being something. Because there's a few different things. You're either killing one of the walls. They will life tap off of that. Or you're maybe trying to burst through with this somehow. Lurker, restore 3 health to a minion. I'm glad they added a Grease Monkey here. Like, if we're stuck here for 2 hours, it might as well be stuck here with a Grease Monkey, you know? Like, thanks for that. Berserker Sickness, give a minion Frenzy, and sacrifice at the end of turn. So obviously, Frenzy is a really big thing for winning these. Restaurant Overrun, sacrifice one of your other minions to get Immortal until the end of turn. Seems useless. And this is the adjacent minions have Rush. He has Teleport and the free move action. Friendly players draw an extra card. You get Alpha Strike. Alpha Strike is pretty important, so I can easily... We can just start trying shit. So this is just some vanilla thing. I'll occupy the of 1 additional max mana. When you create a minion in this lane, gain 1 temporary mana. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! So Verdant Jungle with Soul Shepherd... Deal 1 damage to each enemy player. But it's just when I create a minion in the lane for the first time. When you create a minion in this lane. Adjacent minions have Rush, which means they can move on the same turn they're created. So if I put this right next to her, I can just kind of chain... put them on the Verdant Jungle, and then move them because off the jungle, and then I can just create minions that have temporary mana every turn. Okay, so we're going to try this. There's a whole path of logic around trying to kill one of the walls. We're going to ignore the walls at first. So we need to trigger a minion death. Look at mana. We have 10 total. So this costs 6. These 2 units. And we need to play 4 Forlorn Spirits. Now we're going to get mana back from 3 of them. But 4 Forlorn Spirits will still cost 5 mana? So we're literally... That's maximum. If we play one of your other minions dies, which we just can't really set up. Teleport and gains a free move action. When one of your other minions dies, you have to kill your own minions. So this is 6 mana. And to deal 4 damage, I have to play 4 the Forlorn guys, which will take 5 mana when I have jungle. Because it's 1 mana each, and then the last one will take 2. Because it's after you create it. So that's 6 plus 5. That's 11. And this gives me... So wait, maximum mana, does this give me... Let's see. Is that just max mana? Oh, it is just max mana. So we literally don't have enough mana to do that. Because it doesn't even give me 1 mana, it just gives me 1 max mana. So we literally... There's not enough mana to do that. Okay. One of your other minions. Occupying minion has teleport and gets a free move action. +1, -2, and Alpha Strike. +1, -2, and Alpha Strike. When one of your other minions dies. +1, -2, and Alpha Strike is funny because I can just I can deploy them here. Every time I deploy it, it'll kill itself and just chain Forlorn Spirits forever. And then you don't have enough mana. I'll show you what I mean.
Come, little ones.
So we need to engineer a unit death basically. Which again, we're just out of mana. Like, how do we even kill one of our own units at first? Oh, I guess that's kind of funny. So we can We can move it there so that we... Oh, that's so cool. You can move it onto a tile so that you get the teleport. Dude, this is such a cool game. And now we move it here so it dies. And when it dies, we get the spirit. And we can do that every time. It doesn't matter where we deploy it. So now we can play spirits. And each spirit will play,
Come play.
deal -1, kill itself, and give me another spirit in hands. Which we can do. And now here's what I'm talking about when I say mana. The problem is we run out of mana. We can do this twice and then we're out. And the only way we can get more mana is with Verdant Jungle. When you create a minion in this lane, gain 1 temporary mana. And here's the issue. So, we have the ability to create a unit. So Verdant Jungle can give us a little bit of extra mana, but it will never give us enough. 1 additional max mana when you create a minion in this lane, gain 1 temporary mana. And then we can give it rush and teleport. So what speaks to me to make sense is Frecky Sidecar over here, right? Frecky Sidecar over here, Verdant Jungle over here, and then we chain the Forlorn Spirits here. We play them into the jungle so they gain 1 mana. We move them once left. Adjacent minions have rush, which means we can move them once. We move them once left into the gate, and that gives it teleport. And then that teleport allows us to move it into the Odin Throne, which kills it, and triggers the Soul Shepherd again. The problem is, by my calculation, we're still 1 mana short from doing all of that after the burn. And on top of all of that, we don't have a way to kill the Frecky Sidecar. Because keep in mind, how we killed her in the first place to start this chain was moving her to the Odin Throne, which we can't do if we're developing the Verdant Jungle here. So I don't know how we start the chain, and I don't know how we get that 1 mana. Grease Monkey to start the chain? So we're still 1 mana short by my calculation, right? Wait, the Soul Shepherd. Hang on. So, because the Soul Shepherd gets me the 1 mana here. Wait a second.
Come, little ones.
No, wait. Did I have it? Do I have it already? So Soul Shepherd's here. The same pattern happens. The Soul Shepherd can be moved here, out of the way of this 1 mana. Then it can be moved somewhere irrelevant. Now, the Grease Monkey gives me 1 mana for free, moves over here, and then dies on the Odin Throne, giving me the spirit. 1 spirit gives me 1 mana here.
Come play.
Moves onto the gate, and then dies on the Odin Throne. 1 more spirit here, moves to the gate, dies on the Odin Throne. 3rd spirit moves here,
Come play.
giving me back 1 mana. Goes to the gate, dies on the Odin Throne, and we get the 4th spirit, and we haven't burnt a card yet. So we burn the card for the last mana we need. 1 Forlorn Spirit. Did it have to be red? Did I mess that up? Oh, that's actually cool. It's cool that it forces you to burn the red one. So we got it, guys. We got it. Ah, so easy. Dude, this is a really, really cool puzzle. I love this puzzle. It's super, super cool. Okay. So yeah, we're good. We got everything already. So Verdant into Melano.
Come, little ones.
And we just want her out of here. And the Grease Monkey is like inevitably useful as well. I can pre-burn this.
Need a
Man.
wrench.
Very cool.
Come play.
Is this the last puzzle? Is there more? You guys said that this was like the hardest one.
Come play. Come play.
Grease Monkey useful? Yeah, I couldn't have done it without the Grease Monkey. It's such a cool solution,
Come
dude.
play.
Like, look at this. I love this. I don't know if it's the hardest, but I've seen many streamers get stuck. It's probably the hardest, just in terms of like, I would say it depends how you define hardest. But it's the one that people can get stuck on for like hours. I gave up on that one after trying it for an hour. It's cool being able to read my chat for once, because I know you guys are trying to like give me like hints and random shit. It's not hard, it's just too intricate, so there isn't a lot of room to even make mistakes. Yeah, and there's a lot of baits. There's a lot of red herrings on that one. Like trying to like go through stuff. You can definitely get very, very caught up in that. Fun machine though. It's a really cool like engine basically that we had set up there. The positioning mechanics were really interesting there. So is the wall the last one? There's no more? We beat them all? Aw. Man. I wanted more. Last one for now. Yeah, when they add more, that'll be cool. Gauntlet, melee ranked story. There's like 2v2 mode, which is interesting. Like how Magic has a 2v2 mode. Magic 2v2 mode didn't seem very supported. You aware for the feature decks? I know that there's some kind of like community rotation. I don't know exactly how it works. The community submits something and then like those are playable to everyone. Like on some monthly rotation or something? Something like that. I have no idea. Click the Dex tab. Dex tab. So it's these two. Community featured. Featured decks are designed by community members, rotate every Monday and Friday. Wow. Twice a week? So basically you submit decks, and I guess there's probably an in-game submission. If there isn't, we'll use the Discord or something, I guess. You can submit decks that's featured decks. You can play without owning all the cards. So that's pretty cool. It just gives you kind of like a demo. It's a cool like rotation system to kind of like make it more kind of like beginner friendly and like wallet friendly as well. Like, you know, if you're the kind of player that doesn't want to put a lot of money down, it's like you probably don't even need to buy the starter pack, but if you want to buy the starter pack for like $10, you can. And then like, you know, while you're filling out your collection with like, you know, upgrades, you still can always like play the feature decks. Cool. Deck building time. We can try some deck building. This is a pretty deep game. It is a pretty deep game. Digging it. Oh, I have it. I had it selected. I didn't even mean to select it. Let's look at cards. Faceless Construct. 7677. Some kind of standard Wraith Slide. It's interesting that rarity as well as card count is tied to the same thing. 4 commons, 3 rares, 2 or uncommons, I guess, and 2 rares and 1 mythic per deck. It's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, it makes it more economy friendly. It can sort of make certain concepts a bit more high rolly. I can imagine decks. I mean, the thing is, it's a 40 card deck system, right? I believe. In a 40 card deck, it's like if you have like 5 power mythics and they're one-ofs, it can be a little high rolly, like who draws their mythics or not. Depending on, you know, if mythics are... obviously, it's going to depend on the situation. Not necessarily in every situation, but there will have to invariably be some decks where the mythics are the big drops and maybe you won't have access to tutors, or... I'm not sure. There's a lot of cycling. Okay, 40 cards. Minimum 40. Okay. Magnus Thorson. Circle of Protection. Should I just start with like a mono deck or something? Foil Mythic? Is that good? Swift and Teleport, Bridgeway Troll. I'm quitting. Is that... Wait, what did I get? Was it good? Cataclysm. The 5 damage to all minions and players. Yeah, I saw this in the thing. For 6. Depends on how fast the meta is. Could be nuts. It's gonna be the kind of thing that's hard to be irrelevant, put it that way. She's got one of the best mythics and its foil, Magnus. I don't know. I mean, how rare is like a top slot foil mythic though? Can't be that rare. So this is my collection. Yana virus. Blight 1 and Demise infects adjacent minions with the Yana virus. That's kind of funny. And they've probably got a couple different viruses too. Or at least they're planning on adding some. Because it's a cool concept. It's like Demise infects adjacent. I like the concept. Daughters of the Forest. Okay, guys, what kinds of colors do we want? You guys were saying Magnus Thorsten was pretty good? Reset Prestige. 2,400 essence? Oh, dude, I can gain 2,400 essence if I unmake this. That's so much. I can buy so many things with that. That's so crazy. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. 2 damage to all enemy minions. That's pretty cool. I see the appeal to this. I get that. You should read the guide to learn about the archetypes of colors. Yeah, I should. That could be pretty cool. Why not? Where is that? Guides. Archetypes of colors. Red Oberus. Aggressive color with a lot of good combat abilities. Player life is a resource. And life tap. Kind of like a combo between red and black. Blue. Norse. I used to kind of like Norse mythology when I was really young. Smaller minions band and aid one another while the bigger ones are individually heavy hitter. Common keywords are overrun and regen. Enchantment focus. Decent direct damage. So it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of weird. It's like mid-range. If anything, it's closest to green in Magic. But with some spells. Like some damage spells. Yellow. Aztec. Corporation thing. So these are like the Aztec technology guys. Non-life tap life gain options. So wait, what, like long range defensive, focus on growing, buffing, and augmenting. Okay. Green. Iron Fist of a totalitarian military state maintains tight control over the bulk of Eastern Europe and Russia. Magical potential draft into Vedma, military core of sorceresses. Practicing an algorithmic auto magic? Practicing an algorithmic auto magic? What the fuck? Young boys with the right genetics are conscripted into the Volkov Werewolf Shock Troopers. Green tends to be tricks or manipulation focused color. So they're weenie token based, but they also use a lot of spell and tricks. Interesting. Orange. Parsa. Zealot and Rebels. Excel at making token minions. It's more swarm oriented. Okay, so more so than green. But covering the board with deserts and enchantments that get more powerful when played on existing deserts, along with creatures that grow in the power of deserts. Seem kind of boring. I guess they're enchantment based. Obviously, I mean the descriptions are nothing in the face of some of the individual cards. Like some of these will just have like good cards or really cool cards. Rising sea levels encroach on the massive coastal cities along the western Pacific, diverse nations of Asia. Contend with these environmental issues. Spiritual. Purple contains cards that represent all three realms: physical, spiritual, and virtual. What the fuck? So they're like cyborg monks. Cards from the virtual realm often create or interact with additional item cards. So purple's just fucking other. Like when they have a cool card idea that doesn't fit into anything else, they're like, yeah, let's just put it in purple. It's kind of the vibe I'm fucking getting. Like, cards from any realm can use purple's signature stealth mechanic. Okay. Interesting. Purple is the newest, basically anime. Yeah, there was a lot of like fucking anime shit. Aha. Yeah. Interesting. Purple's the newest. Are they adding more than 6? Purple has a lot of food. I kind of think I might like green the most. Green seems like it might be the highest synergies. I mean, obviously there's always going to be synergy. I could just start with a very basic, just mono green, just baby's first green deck. Yeah, fucking jam this shit and let's fucking go. Let's do it. I'm not even reading these cards. Mothmara, marching order, shift your players' minions. I mean, that's funny. I'm sure that's not good, but it's funny. And it shows you the different slots. Green has necromancer, shouldn't we? Look at necromantic. Yeah, we played it before. Here's some kind of foil. So the foil is just full art, I guess. What's that? Hatchling. Go to missions. So we have collect 5 seals, a rare reward for winning any match. Earn a guaranteed seal for a perfect gauntlet run, which can be unlocked once to every 7 days. Okay. And my level up, where do you get to your like level up things? I guess I don't have any here. Where is the I guess it would just be a pop-up if I had level up rewards. I guess you guys were saying I can spend like mithril on stuff. Because the core packs are kind of the only things that... Is this literally the only thing you can spend mithril on right now? And I'm sure they'll add more later. But this is it right now, right? Check all tabs into missions. Yeah, we got it all, guys. Achievements. Factions. Oh, yeah. Yeah, green's just cool, guys. Currently, yeah, so I'll just spend I'll spend all of this. I can't down count. Okay. So it's just 10 more packs basically. That's fine. Discover new cards. Garden of Iri. If the occupying mini dies, return it to its owner's hands and its mana cost gets increased by 2 permanently. What? That's so weird. Can that be good? It's like 2 mana cost. It's like, it's really funny, but costing more every time feels kind of shitty. Is there milling in this game? I noticed there was some form of fatigue. It seemed to be like 1 damage or Hearthstone ramp up, because I was taking 1 damage when I milled earlier. If he gets another great mythic foil, I unfollow. Oh, it's a wild card. So this is just, I can turn this into whatever I want. Wild blue. Does blue mean anything? Does blue mean it's a wild card in the blue faction, or is this a wild mythic? Because you're always gonna make this a mythic. Does blue mean mythic? I can literally turn this into anything? Wow, that's actually really OP. It's for blue only. It's weird that they section it by alliance and not by, or faction and not by the, like rarity. Dragon's Teeth. Not super interested in red. Maybe later. Like, green seems coolest up front. Look at the bones. Return a minion from your bone there to your hand. Feng Shui. Destroy an unoccupied enemy enchantment. Has to be unoccupied. Banish the bottom 2 cards of your boneyard in order to draw 2 cards. Cool. So here's a mythic. Tier Monomund. Focused 2. Combat damage gets increased by 2 if they're on the opposite land. Gets frenzy until end of turn when another minion dies on your turn. Daughters of the Forest, reverted jungle from the puzzle. Nice. Okay. Orania Muse. Strigoi Familiar. Oh, the last pack. Yeah, this is a big ass set, guys. I love how big this core set is. Is this the biggest card set out of like any card game? Because most card games base sets is like 200 cards. Sometimes like less, right? Draw a card for every minion your opponent controls. Okay. So yeah, let's work with what we have. For now. We can play within limits. So I'm going to make a new deck. This is gonna be basic. This is not gonna be anything fancy. I'm gonna start with green. Well, I just kinda like the idea of, oh, and then we choose Path and Power too. I'm just gonna, this isn't gonna be a deck made for the idea of creating something that's necessarily powerful. Like Marching Orders, I don't think I would run necessarily. Maybe it's okay, but I mean, it's more fun than anything else. When I start a game, and when I have like a limited collection, what I like doing is just kind of like running like a sampler mono deck. Like obviously this isn't gonna be good, but this isn't like deck building, right? This isn't real deck building. I just want to see how this works out, which cards I end up liking, which cards I don't. It's kind of a faster process than like basically, you know, just spending time in deck builder. So I'm just gonna run a lot of things for now, and I'll kind of read cards as I play them instead of in deck builder. It's just kind of more efficient doing that. Garden of Uri, yeah, that sounded pretty bad. Tournament in from your boneyard to your hand. So it's just like anything +1. Could be okay. Occupying minions, some awkwardnesses. Sure. And again, this is not what deck building actually looks like. A little light on this curve. Can go a bit heavier. I wonder what optimal curves end up actually looking like. This giant's kind of boring. So it's like, you can make a werewolf deck, you know? We don't really have a ton of like super werewolf synergy. Refresh your gems. Is that decent? So the orange action cost is, it costs a standard action. I like it that they have. So blue can still be used the turn it comes into play. Wait, does blue cost an action? Because I know it can be used the turn it comes into play, but does it also not cost an attack action? Drake, raid the tombs. I'm just gonna run with some random pile. Some random pile. Seems good. Let's go. Yeah, and like I said, this is like this is basic. It's sort of like another tutorial level, right? Save changes. Oops, forgot about that. So power is hero power. Oh, it's on the same interface. That's nice. So these are locked. Interesting. So I have two unlocked. How do you unlock these? I guess it's just level. Smite and Impel, which are two I've seen. I guess I'll choose Smite. Not a lot of options there. And I only have 2 paths unlocked too. So starting life, get the soul when one of your non-ephemeral minions dies. I don't use a ton of ephemerals. So Journey of Souls actually seems just kind of good with green. Rotate through seasons. Let's go like this. Okay, so yeah, this is just some random thing I put together. I just want to, instead of like spending like 30 minutes reading the cards in the deck builder, I'm just gonna like read the cards as I'm playing with them for just like one random test game against a random opponent. I expect to lose this game. Ranked overview, some random pile. A lot of matching with AI challengers. Woo. Matching with casual players. Woo. Those aren't... I mean, I know the player base is low, so it probably needs options like that right now, but that's gonna be kind of awkward for sure. Or they have like guilds and stuff. It's because beta too. Yeah. Play Gauntlet for drafts versus AI. Lets you build decks that way and unlock powers. Okay, we can do that. So yeah, we're gonna be quite weak here. I mean, we have literally, effectively a randomly constructed deck. We're gonna have to outscale pretty hard in order to win. So here's the deck checker that it shows you. Nice. So we have a turn timer as well, so we can play Informant on turn 1. None of these are really great on turn 1. It's not a bad like scatter for the opening hand. That's kind of fine. I can get rid of the strengths. 2 or more is created with 2 strengths. If one of your minions dies on your opponent's last turn. Kick that for now. I mean, playing center. It's kind of an interesting question. That's a lot of 69s I saw there. Is playing center in an open board good? So he's got Ice Spike. I guess I have to like remember this. I'm not a big fan of the memory games. It's like I kind of wish it just stayed revealed. Maybe it does. Okay, good. That's cute. So it's really not a bad opener play. So a lot of spells here. Very heavy on spells with this like basically random thing. Oh, this is a spell too. We have no minions. This is why we don't randomly construct decks, guys. And where's my mana reserve? So can I cast this? I can't even cast it. So here's something interesting. It's like I can use this to just use my mana. And if he wants to, he can avoid this area of the map because he's kind of fighting into me. Because he hasn't played any units yet. It's not necessarily worth using 1 mana in this way. Is this an AI opponent? He's playing pretty fast. But maybe he's just not a filthy roper like me. Deal 1 damage to anyone. It's kind of cute. I'm lucky I have this 1 armor, I guess. Canine. 3 adjacent unoccupied spots. Doesn't really seem that good. Okay, we can try this. He's ice spiking that down. He can think during your turn as well. Guys, this is definitely a bot, right? No human actually plays this fast. Like, I know I'm a roper, but this guy's playing fast. Like, come on. We can't obviously stack enchantments. It's one enchantment per tile. Overrun and draw cards. We can just use that to cycle. Looks like we're just playing Windus Giant here. You can check their profile. View profile. Level 11. He's got a collection. I guess he is a person. Huh. So this is some kind of control deck, right? Like double Fire Eater, just like... The Fire Eater does look like a pretty good card. So this guy got stunned from the Ice Spike. Overrun and draw a card. Bold Omega. Breach in power with 2-0. We have more health, so our smite is low value. Not having like the powers unlocked is kind of awkward. You need to get them.
Taking point. Enemy sighted.
Let's do that. Ah, they're tricking you. They've added collections to bots to make them seem more human. I mean, that's the way to do it if you're gonna do it, right? Fucking control players, am I right? And he's got Ignite for my 1 armor thing, right? You just cycle that? That's kind of dangerous. I mean, I guess, like, he can't actually kill my 1 armor, because my 1 armor is just gonna be on whatever unit is played in that slot. That's true. Go your opponent's hand. Deal 1 damage to your opponent when he casts a spell. Pretty bad top decks here. We're more health, so we don't really have a lot going on. Pretty much not going to do more mana than this, right? I like how, so the mana system means if you want to, you can just make your curve really low. If you want to, you can build a deck that just never plays anything above like 4 mana, right? So like aggro decks kind of don't need late drops. So it gives you a kind of additional element of deck building. I think we lost. Our randomly constructed deck wasn't good enough. -3, -0. Return an artifact to its owner's deck, placing it 3rd from the top. Or banish up to 3 cards from a player's boneyard. I mean, this is not good main deck material, right? Wah, how do we win? Ping him 12 times? What am I supposed to do with this card? GG next. Oh, this concede match pretty bad. I'm known for my fast concedes. Check out this concede, guys. Check this out. Did you see how fast that was? Did you guys see that concede? That's practice. Best concede game? Concede game is important, man. You gotta be able to like snap concede when something comes down. Okay. It'll be more important later when we actually know what's good. There's a requeue option. Nice. Remove bad cards and go bicolor. Yeah, there's a lot of bad cards here. I forgot how many bad cards exist in card games. Because, like, I can obviously make a better mono deck by, like, having more of the good cards and less of the bad ones. But it's also, like, I don't really have 40 good green cards. My collection's not that big. Like, I'd have, like, more units and less spells, but my curve is kind of wonky, too. I don't know, I like green in theory. I like the description of green, but I don't really like any of the green cards that you actually have at the start. Play the pre-made decks then? Well, there's the starter decks. I think I can start with the community decks. I think that's fine. Because the starter decks are really weak too. So there's... Is this yellow or orange? This is yellow, right? It's kind of a orangish yellow though. Yeah, let's play this one and see what happens. So let's play ranked constructed short medium moves. Let's go. Let's try this. Can people upload community decks? I'm not sure where. Playing tokens over on. Wait, was that the other deck? Okay, so I've got to learn all these new cards. So my early drop is fully heals whenever an enemy dies. Start by mulliganing aggressively. And an adamant pearl to your hand. Get that out of the way. Kick a blue next turn. Let's try this. Misfortune is so good. Enemy even in Fragile 3 and Demise, deal 2 damage to its controller and return Misfortune for the bonus to its owner's hand. Sounds pretty fucking obnoxious, yeah. So we want to kick something. I mean, it's a heavy deck. It's pretty control-y. Or at least just like... Maybe I just haven't done anything early. It looks pretty... I mean, it's got, yeah, stuff like Misfortune and a lot of 4s. Your other friendly minions get a free move action. I'd kick this for now. I'd rather keep the troll. Open with this. Did you Thunderclap? Which is pretty nuts. Straight up Consecration. I'm gonna play one of our 3s. Misfortune isn't really good enough here. It's a little too slow for this. Frozen Grim looks pretty great. It's just like a 3-4 into that. Sea Haven. Occupying minion has Agile. During your opponent's turn, it also has Armor 2. Out of Sea Haven for Fosa Grim. I'll just play it into that. I think that's fine. Get a free move action. So we do have this free move action. Just for movement. It doesn't really matter, right? Whatever. Positioning is something we'll have to focus on later. Because it's kind of more complex and requires you to understand like what cards exist in the pool. Did you ever play the Elder Scrolls Legends? Yeah, I did for a bit. Didn't last long, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I lasted like a day or two, or something like that. Couple days, not long. Was this sponsored? No, this isn't sponsored. It's just a good game. and I've heard some good things about, and I don't know, maybe I don't know how much I'll play this. I have no plans, but I'm playing it now. I can tell you I'll probably play it tomorrow. I'll probably play it for at least several days, I don't know. Not sure. This guy I'd like to have Rush is banished at the end of your turn, so that's just kind of a good trader into that, but I'd rather play on a curve. Balance or Bridgeway Troll could be pretty good. Regen 1 teleport versus draw a card for every minion your opponent controls. That's interesting. I wonder how good that can be. It feels like you want to draw 3, right? Give your minions a free move action and a teleport regen on a 3/3. Could be pretty effective. I'm actually going to get out of balance right now because I don't think he's going too wide. It's a bit more situational. I guess that's the thing about tech cards. Tech cards can actually just exist in your main deck because you can just mulligan them as lands more so than in any other card game. I didn't even think of that for some reason. That's pretty important though.
I know the way.
And our regen keeps him out of kill range on this Twin Fire Zealot. I don't know. I mean, the mana system is so... It's kind of too obvious. Because it's not like other games haven't tried this mana system. A couple others have. Why hasn't it stuck? It's too good. I mean, the mana system seems like really good. I've heard, I was talking, there was a conversation I was having at some point. It was with a Twitch employee about Magic. I think it was with Ben. Is the not like this guy. And he was saying that the World of Warcraft TCG had the same system. And the problem was that it was too consistent. Like, being able to discard any card for mana meant matchups played too similarly. I'm not sure. So we just have the Curve Thunderclap, right? Let's fucking clap this guy. It's too easy. I don't know. I mean, we've got 2 regens. Like, there's a consideration that we don't even do that, but whatever. Sometimes some things are just too efficient. I mean, that being said, the fact that this game has no mulligan. I don't know if WoW TCG had a mulligan. Maybe having no mulligan makes it work better, or maybe that argument is just invalid. I don't know. I mean, I personally like this mana system. It's not like I can't see some arguments against it, though. This is already 6. I mean, we basically have lethal here, right? It's like smite him first, smite him for 1. Impel. Impel? That's not smite.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Did you ever play Mojang's TCG Scrolls? Shit was litty.
I never did, actually. I kind of wanted to, and then it very literally died before I ever could. I mean, I guess I can just smash him, right? There's no once per turn. Because if it wasn't once per turn, then I could do something kind of funny here. Yeah, whatever. I'm killing him next turn, right? Who cares? Blast 5. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's interesting. So this plus discard into Racer was lethal. Wait, it still is. Because of focused, right? Yeah, focused affects player damage. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. There are arguments against it, for sure. I do think I really like the idea of this mana system, though. If I had to pick something that's kind of what I might like the most out of this game, it's like it does so much at once, right? There's so much depth in terms of choosing what to discard for mana. It's an intuitive mulligan, because it is the same thing as the mulligan system. They just combine the mana system with the mulligan system. Press the thumbs. What does the thumb do? Thanks for the game. So what does the thumb do? Is it just a different way to BM? MAAT is a reward system. It's like a Gwent GG. Do they get to see it? Oh, they get to see it. Okay. So how does that work? So it's MAAT. So they get like some kind of MT. So you get rewards for certain points when you gain like enough thumbs up, basically. Is 1 every time you get a win? That can't be right. It can't just be 1 unit. What's the metric? Does that have to do with like the duration of the match or something? It's when both players thumbs up only. Oh, so you should just always click that? There's gotta be a better tweak. Hold on, this is just game theory. I mean, it's not even game theory. It's like the solution is everyone always clicks it, because you just get free rewards sometimes. There's not any other steps to that, right? I don't know. It's a cool game. Someone is constantly emoting and stuff. You can choose to not thumbs up, I suppose. Well, yeah. It stops, in theory, it can stop people from being like a salty bitch. Not clicking it gives you a sense of satisfaction. Yeah, I could see that. Look at some mythic cards. I'll just like browse cards. What's the most interesting card in the game? Then, okay, what's the card in the game that I'm gonna look at and I'm just gonna it's gonna blow my mind? Let's do this fucking search tab. Let's go. Godspore Mushroom. Wait, what? Someone just saying random words? Do I have to go to unowned? Godspore Mushroom. Give a minion random mutations that change at the start of its turn. Are these just keywords? What are mutations? Is it like... Doesn't even say what mutations are. Grease monkey. Guys, come on. Click the wrench. Crafting filter. Filter unknown cards. Looks like the luck was right. It's just keywords. That's lame. Search random big complicated words. Imperative bell. Choose 1 minion without notifying opponents. If the chosen minion dies during your opponent's turn, sacrifice this, draw a card, gain 2 temporary mana, and you may play a card. Choose 1 minion without notifying opponents. If the minion dies during their turn. That could be really, really funny. I could see some hilarious things there. Okay, let's search the word double. When you're thinking, when in card games, A lot of the busted shit just comes from searching the word double. Because that has a lot of interesting builds around concepts. Unfortunately, there's no like scalable double. This is just double this effect, and this is just the name of the thing. Not doubling effects in this game. Definitely not a lot. What about the word every? Every should be in a lot of cards. But this is also like a good build around word. Usually leads to a lot of unique effects. This is cool. +1 attack for every minion that has died in this enchantment. That's actually cool. Scourge of Serpents. In every unoccupied lane opposite an enemy minion. So it's literally just like fucking hounds from Hearthstone. Every unique color of gem from your mana bar. So there is some kind of rainbow deck, right? Gem cutter, spider. So in theory, they're probably like gem keyword would be like the rainbow stuff. Searching gem doesn't work properly. Kolobok? What's the art on it? What the fuck? For Angel of Death? Where's Angel of Death? Am I getting trolled? You guys just like putting random words together and having me search for them? UI seems so busy. Yeah, it's a little too busy. Armageddon Angel. Destroy all other minions as created with 1 more strength for each of your minions and 1 less health for each of your opponent's minions. Ha! Huh. 1 more strength for each of your minions and 1 less health for each of your opponent's minions. It's just like a big fucking drop. It's just like Deathwing. I mean, the thing is, like, 7 mana kind of becomes more expensive in this game than in another game. And that's interesting. Because, like, you're thinking, like, normal Hearthstone rules, you're like, well, 7 mana, it's like, you know. I mean, in certain metas, maybe you can play it. But the thing is, every time you get a mana, you have to discard. You can't, and, like, you do have to pay a price every time you rank up in mana. Resupply Caravan. Give adjacent minions a standard action. Pretty interesting stuff. Wake the Bones with this card. It kills itself if their board is full, though. I mean, if its job is kill the entire enemy board, then it does a good job, and it can die happy. Adjacent might be worth searching. Maybe. What else? What are good searches? Bald Mountain. When occupied, your spells have their mana cost reduced by 1. Occupying minion has the ability to return a spell from your boneyard to your hand. Give it ephemeral. That's cool. Check out the mythic cards. There's probably just some crazy shit there. Yeah, we can just go into mythics. This is all a lot of mythics. Brizzing necklace. I don't know how to pronounce that. We already have this one. Draw your next enchantment. Okay. So these are just like the full arts, right? Black Hatter. Teleport. Breach. Your opponent discards a card at random. It's pretty annoying. So we got the Magnus Thorson. So he's basically just like a lightning clap that costs 1 more mana for a 4/4 body. That's pretty good. Skin. Sea Lord's Trident. Click the asterisk and uncheck Prestige to stop seeing full art. Braggy Rune Singer. Valkyrie. I haven't seen a ton of like super degenerate potential cards. I haven't really seen a card that I can look at and be like, you know, there's so much I can do with that. It seems like they don't want too much scalability in design here. Check Red Carnival. I know you're looking for a card like it. Red Carnival. Red Carnival. Oh, it's not a mythic, right? When another minion dies, occupying minion gets +2/+2 until end of turn. There's a lot you can do with that, I guess. I feel like Vanilla Hearthstone was similar, right? Not too much crazy degeneracy. Yeah, sure. Is there, and there's so much to get into, dude. There's so many cards to learn. It's gonna be like a whole process. Pseudonomicon, Familia Sprite. Yeah, I'll message the devs and see what, like, if they're still doing that like partner thing. Leroy Shadowstep was very degenerate in Vanilla Hearthstone. Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, there was a lot of like actual degeneracies in Vanilla Hearthstone, but there wasn't an incredible amount of like super scalable concepts, you know? Immortal adjacent to a witch. So these are the multicolor cards, I guess. Down here. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. No, it'll be cool to get a lot more into this game. What interests you most about this game? It's got a shit ton of cards. I really like two things probably. I mean, the positioning and the mana mechanics are probably like, they're pretty much what everyone is gonna say because those are the two obvious things. But they're also kind of just the two right answers. It's like there's a lot of interesting things in terms of how positioning combat works, and there's a ton of depth about the like kind of mana / land system or lack thereof, because land system is like, you know, very tilting and everyone hates it. It has all the features you could ask for too. Yeah, it's got a lot. I mean, there's like, you know, a lot of like quests and stuff. It has all the I don't even know all of them. Paths and powers are interesting. I haven't even like gotten into those yet, but there's like, you know, the daily stuff, level up stuff. You know, you get a lot of stuff by playing. What other features is there? There are a lot of modes. There's like 2v2, draft, puzzle mode. I'm a sucker for puzzles. Replays is my favorite feature personally. So what's replays? You just can save and share replays? Just like any normal replays thing? Or like what's... Yeah, replays is pretty cool. There's not really card games that do replays. Look at your history. What do you see? So I can just basically... How do you... So if you press the I, you can just watch the game. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, I stream, so I can just load up the VOD if I want to do that, but it's nice. It is cool that you can just kind of, like, if you want to think about a decision you made at a certain point, you can literally just load it up. And a lot of other card games don't do that. You can follow any player and watch the last 100 games or watch live games on any ladder. Yeah, that's cool as well. Yeah. It's a pretty cool game. No, I think I think I'm probably done for now, but I'll be back tomorrow playing this game. Looking forward to it. See if I can get some cards. I'll probably like spend a long time just looking at deck builder and thinking about stuff. But we'll play a lot of games as well. I had fun. It was a good day. Thanks for making me play this game, Dino.